pinpoint what went wrong at Clemson?
Um, I think they started fast and we didn't, to be honest with you. And then we just never recovered after that. They're a good football team at their place, obviously. The defending national champs did a great job. Give them credit.
Coach Taggart said he felt like the defense settled in about 18 minutes into that game. Why did it have trouble for those first 18 minutes?
That's a great question. Like I said, we've talked about being poised, going up there. We're in a hostile environment and being locked in and ready to go. And for whatever reason, didn't get it done. So, but we did eventually settle down and play some decent football at the latter part of the game. Just unfortunately, we just didn't do it at the very beginning.
Facing another potent offense in Wake Forest, I guess, what do you have to do to avoid having the same thing happen this week?
Well, the good thing about that is, we played them last year here. They go super fast, really fast snap with their snap counts and their tempo or what have you. And we got to be able to get lined up first when you're going against a team like this. Get lined up and then execute the defense. And then when you can get subs in. But you got to go out there, get lined up, number one, and then execute the defense.
What kind of challenges does the mesh point, what they do with their mesh point, kind of the slow burn, pull and pop, what challenges does that present? It's kind of unique.
It's very unique. You don't see anybody else doing it, and they do a great job at it. You got to be able to, I can't tell you everything right now. I can't say that, right? All right, but they do a great job with their offense and what they do. They understand it. Those guys execute their offense extremely well.
The defense, a couple weeks in a row, kind of constant improvement, and then last week probably felt like a step back. I guess, how have you seen kind of response this week in practice?
Young people are resilient, man. They're resilient. These guys know their talent level and their ability, and so they're back ready to go. They bounced back. We had a good practice on yesterday and looking to have an even better one today.
Coach mentioned alignment, maybe issues Saturday against Clemson. Were you guys doing some new concepts? Was that a problem for maybe some guys figuring out where they had to be, or just credit to the other team?
Credit to the other team. I mean, we just, as far as alignments and things like that, I think this guy's getting settled in and doing what they got to do. We had some new players playing. A couple guys, were thrown in the mix a little bit and played, a lot of snaps for us. And so we have to just keep building on it. No excuses. Just keep building on it. When you get your opportunity, be ready to go.
The defenses are giving up points everywhere around the country. I mean, is there a difference between execution and the fundamental being aligned and assigned when things break down for teams?
It starts there. You got to give yourself a chance by even just getting lined up first. You got to get lined up and then trying to execute what the defense calls for you to do. And then when you do that, you give yourself a chance. But like you said, it's all over the country, but that don't make a defensive coach feel any better. We're trying to stop people, and that's our goal. So we will keep working at that to get it done.
Some of those new guys, like Brendan Gant, I guess, is one of the guys that's been getting a little more action. I mean, what did you see from some of those guys, and how are they coming along?
They're coming along extremely well. Brendan is doing a good job for us. He earned that time here in practice, so that's why you saw him out there in the game. Plays extremely hard, a tough, hard-nosed football player that's going to be really, really good in years to come.
Sage for Wake, he may be the best receiver in the ACC. Just what stands out about him watching the film?
He works hard, he plays hard, has good hands, runs good routes. He's strong, he's big, and he's physical.
Is there different skill set you have to play with or anything when you're going up against guys like Surratt in Washington, 6'3", 6'5" guys, in terms of defensive back responsibilities, keys, things like that?
You still got to play with great technique. You got to play low with great eye discipline. And when you do those type of things, you give yourself a chance to make plays and then bring back all the techniques and things that you've applied throughout, camp and practice and, just all your habits that you've worked on over the off season and during the season. Let them come into play and everything should work out.
How different are Wake's two quarterbacks from one another and just preparing for them, not knowing if Newman's going to play or not?
I won't say different as much as they're more similar. So they have a certain type of quarterback that they want, a tough guy that can understand to run the offense the proper way and throw the ball, the deep ball when they need the deep ball thrown. And so they're very similar. They're more similar than opposite in my opinion, and they do a good job of running the offense.
Because of the injuries, you've been plugging in a lot of different guys. How big of a challenge is that, just the continuity standpoint of different pieces?
It's not as big as you would think. Try not to put a lot of emphasis on that. I mean, it's next man up mentality. And so when you get an opportunity, you got to take advantage of it. And that's how we've talked to the guys, before injuries even happen. At the end of camp every year, I always tell them we're going to need everybody in this room. You may be on scout team now, but before the end of the season, we're going to need everybody in this room. And you're starting to see it come to pass. You hate to say that, but it's football. It's the nature of the sport.
Coach Taggart said Monday that he thought the team had been kind of up and down through 6 games. I guess defensively, I guess why do you think there's been that lack of consistency, and moving forward, how do you fix that?
Why it has been, that's the $1 million question. I thought we put 2 games together pretty good. Then we go into the last game and fall back a little bit. Perfectly, we'll be able to, these next 6 games, put it together. You see us getting better and better and better over the next 6 games, and we're doing what everybody wants to see, a dominant defense.
Levante, will he be a guy that you're be able to put out there and use on Saturday? You hope, and what's it like when you don't have Levante available? I guess.
Oh, it makes a difference because that's another body that you're counting on that can play good football, an experienced football player, and we expect to have him this week.